everybody, it's election week and I thought that this time around I would focus my video blog on things that could potentially lighten your mood. I know I could sure use some levity in my life these days. How about you guys? I like to think of levity as a healthy distraction. I know lots of times the parts of us that are focused on productivity are trying super hard not to be distracted. But in my mind, when we don't surrender at times to the healthy distractions, we might choose to use unhealthy coping mechanisms instead. So here we go, in no particular order. Some moments of levity from my life from the last couple of weeks. I finally opened my new package of toilet paper that I bought at Costco a while ago. Now, you may be thinking, why in the world is Emily talking to me about toilet paper? Here's why. I've been a Charmin girl for my entire life. In my mind, there is no other toilet paper out there that is soft enough for me to blow my nose and strong and tender enough for all the other areas. Earlier this year, Charmin introduced a new twist on how they perforated their toilet paper rolls. Instead of a straight line across the toilet paper in between sheets, there is now a scallop perforation. Apparently, that makes it easier to tear the toilet paper regardless of which direction you're pulling from. So what that means is your toilet paper can either be on the left or the right side of your toilet, and you're going to have the same ability to neatly tear the sheet at the perforation. I've been looking forward to using my new stock, but needed to finish the old stock first. When I finally opened up my new Costco pack, the first few rolls had the scallop perforation, and sure enough, they worked amazingly. Imagine my surprise when I got to some of the other rolls in my Costco pack, only to find that they were the old-fashioned straight across edge. Oh, the horror. Seriously. Well, anyway, I'm happy to report that I only have a few rolls left of the straight across perforation, and eventually I will have nothing but those new and improved rolls of toilet paper that the parent company, Procter & Gamble, claims to be the greatest innovation in toilet paper in over 100 years. I guess that takes us all the way back to the time when people still used to know who Mr. Whipple was. The other day, I spent 5 hours on the phone with the Geek Squad from Best Buy. How in the world I managed to spend 5 hours on the phone with them is beyond me. This all stems from the fact that I have upgraded to G-Fiber Wi-Fi at my home, and the printer that I have has not been connecting to the new high-speed internet. The bad news is that I haven't had a printer for a few weeks, and I've spent an inordinately large amount of time being condescended to by the people who were supposed to be serving me as a customer. The good news is that I'm buying a new computer next year and will definitely be looking to get it from a place where I'll get better customer service. And the other good news is, since I have this new speedy Wi-Fi, it only takes me 10 minutes to upload my monthly video blog versus the 4.5 hours it took before. So, I guess within a month, I'm going to get back all the time that I wasted on the phone with the Geek Squad. And then every month going forward, I'm going to net an additional 4.5 hours. So ultimately, I'm the big winner. I decide to get my real ID before the cutoff date in April of next year. Apparently, the driver's license I've been running around with all these years wasn't real enough. So with the real ID, the new real ID, I guess that would make all my previous IDs fake? I don't know. Unlike a lot of kids, I never needed to have a fake ID because when I was growing up, the drinking age in Wisconsin was 18 and in Minnesota it was 19. Even though the drinking age did go up to 21 while I was a senior in high school, I was grandfathered in so I could legally buy beer in all of my later years of my high school time. That's another reason why that my MS diagnosis has positively benefited my life. Since I had 2 senior years, I was already 19 when I was a senior in high school. Oh, and if you don't know the story about my 2 senior years, stick around because it's going to be one of the chapters in my book, which will be out early next year. How exciting. Well, anyways, when I went back to get my real ID last week, I had to take my original Social Security card out of my files. For almost 6 decades, that Social Security card has been attached to the original paperwork that it came with when I was born, and my parents got me a Social Security number. I decided to tear it off at the perforation so it would be easier for me to carry around when I went to get my real ID. And just so you know, that perforation, it was a straight line, not a wavy one like my new toilet paper is. I'm sure you can guess where the story is going. After almost 60 years of living safely attached to its paperwork, I managed to lose my Social Security card. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find it, so I had to order a new Social Security card along with my real ID, which, by the way, I didn't smile for because I thought it was like a passport and you were supposed to have a serious face. So now I get to go around for the next 4 years with a mugshot on my driver's license. The day that I was on the phone with the Geek Squad for over 5 hours, I was so visibly frustrated that when I went downstairs to walk outside my building, I ran into a woman that I actually knew, and she asked if I was okay. The simple act of her checking in on me allowed me to break out of the place I was in, and it totally changed my energy for the rest of the day. She and I are a part of a community group that's being put together by our synagogue, and we had brunch the next morning, which was terrific. In fact, brunch not only fed my body, it also fed my soul. So on this election week, when a lot of people are feeling very unsettled, I offer you these 3 little tidbits of random levity. These are serious times we are living in, but not every moment needs to be serious. Each of these 3 frustrations that I lived through over the last few weeks seemed like kind of a big deal in the moment when I was going through them, but now they're actually funny little stories. Like many things in life, it really just comes down to what lens you choose to view things through. Here's hoping that the days ahead give you an opportunity to release from some of the serious moments by feeding your soul with some levity. Well, that's all for this month. Next month is the final month of 2024. It's gone so quickly, I can't believe it. And by the way, it's my birthday month. As always, thanks for taking the time to watch, and I always love to hear back from you. Have an amazing Thanksgiving holiday, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Ciao, ciao for now.